Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for Living Local, your lifestyle show for all things Charleston and beyond. I'm your host, Ashley Meservey. It's Medical Monday here at East Cooper Medical Center, and today we're learning all about tummy time, a process that helps babies build head, neck, and upper body strength.
Medical Monday, sponsored by East Cooper Medical Center.
Joining us today, Dee Bayan. We are talking about tummy time. Tummy time. What is tummy time?
Well, just like we encourage families to use back to sleep, we also want to have them use tummy time, which is tummy to play. So back to sleep, up to play. And so what is important with this is there's some developments that happen when they have too much back time. So their heads will become flat, or they'll wear all the hair off the back of their head, or even looking at one angle for a long period of time can cause a constraint or constrictions in the neck. So having that tummy time is important so that the babies can have strengthening of their tone and their muscle.
So if they're laying back like that, is that, kind of reinforces when they can't have the muscle or structure to hold their head up whenever they are sitting up?
That's correct. And you can start right at birth doing tummy time. So you just lay them on your chest, or you can lay them on a surface. You start out with like 15 seconds and gradually wean the baby up to where they're on a mat and they're holding their heads up for longer periods of time. But it's very important that they get that so they can get strengthening and also muscle tone in their neck. It's most important that you want to do that when they're awake and they're able to look around and use the neck muscles very well.
Because they're supposed to be on their back, right?
Back to sleep.
When they're asleep.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. And when I've seen babies, they're kind of, it looks like they're doing push-ups, right? So, but this is all part of very important development later on in life, right?
Yes, it is.
And so if you don't do it, I was asking you earlier when we were off camera about this, that if you lay them flat, another issue is that's where they have to, get other devices, right?
Yes, they have to use helmets for the flattening of the head, and so that kind of helps restructure the head and not have as flat.
How are some of the ways we can make this fun?
So things that you can do to make it fun is it's always good to have eye contact with your baby, so you can get down on the floor with your baby, sing, read stories. You can also place items around the baby, toys that they may need to reach for, and let them reach for and look at those items and make it very interactive for them, and that develops their heads and their necks a little bit more.
And talk about if they're not, some of the ways they should be responding, and if maybe the parent feels like they're not responding, what should they look for?
If they look for that they have some tightening of the neck or some issues with the flattening of the head, they would want to connect with their pediatrician just to see if there's anything that they need to do a little bit differently.
Is it typically natural for the kid, the child to want to do that? So
even from birth, they'll want to lean their heads back and look around and see mommy's face or daddy's face because they recognize the voices. And so, if you're not seeing them do that very much, you really want to pay attention and let your pediatrician know.
All right, Dee, thank you once again for having me. And for more information, you can visit eastcoopermedctr.com.